India is a vast market for automobiles, and Tata Motors stands out as a leading automobile giant. Not just within India, but also on the international stage.
Tata Motors, to become a global brand. From Novus, boasting affordability and stable driving performance, to the Sen, with European high-performance engines and the world's first application of ZF-8AP automatic transmission, and to Maxen and Kusen, trucks for the next generation of Tata Daewoo, newly generated with robust style and stronger performance, accomplishing the lineup of various commercial vehicles. A journey to a complete lineup was achieved with Tata Daewoo's unstoppable challenge to become a top-notch commercial vehicle maker.
In fact, the Tatas manufactures cars that even the British cannot afford today. For instance, the most expensive Land Rover made by Tata in India and sold in Britain is the Range Rover SV Caramel Edition. It comes with a hefty price tag of €339,295, which is 10 times the average annual earnings of a British person.
You're right. Why have you got a black eye? Hello? Huh?
A man punched me.
A man punch you?
Yeah.
What man?
Some guy I know. He's an idiot.
Your boyfriend?
No, I wouldn't say that. Definitely not.
You're right.
Not really, love you. But you don't have no change for any pop, do you, love?
Oh, I might have. Let me have a look in my pocket.
Pretty pleased, love.
What's it like living around here?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I can imagine.
You don't do business, do you?
Hey?
Do you do business?
Do I want business? Nah. But I'll give you a tenner to go and do whatever you want to do with it, but
Good man.
no
Thank
business
you.
today. What do you mean business? What's that even mean?
Jiggy jiggy.
Oh, jiggy jiggy. No, I'm okay for jiggy jiggy today. But thank you for the offer.
Thank you, sir.
You look after yourself, yeah?
Good man.
Take care. Stay safe, yeah?
Yes, that's the right kind of slap a nation can receive for ruining the other for more than a century.
Britain has run things here since the mid-18th century. First through the East India Company, and since the 1850s by direct Crown rule.
But this video is not about how the British humiliated the Tata and then how Tata replied. This is in fact much more than those kinds of trivial things. This monumental success of Tata Motors today is rooted in one particular model from the 1980s, the Tata 407. Back then, Tata Motors was known as Telco, an abbreviation for Tata Engineering and Locomotive Company Limited. Telco's innovation was limited until the late 1990s, not from a lack of desire, but because the Indian government's policies restricted companies' ability to innovate. During the license Raj of the Nehruvian era, the government controlled everything. It dictated production quantities and controlled the procurement of raw materials. If a company needed to manufacture 100 more trucks, it had to obtain a government permit to procure more steel. This cumbersome process applied to all component suppliers. For example, a tire supplier had to seek government permission to acquire the raw materials needed for producing tires for 100 more vehicles. This bureaucratic maze stifled innovation and growth for manufacturing companies across the board. However, in the late 1970s, the government decided to promote road transportation and relax some regulations for the light commercial vehicle sector. This policy change led to a surge in joint ventures, especially with Japanese companies. Mitsubishi partnered with Asia, while Kirloskars collaborated with Korean and Japanese companies to form DCM Toyota. Nissan joined forces with Alwin to create Alwin Nissan, and Mazda entered a venture with Swaraj to establish Swaraj Mazda. These collaborations thrived, meeting the Indian market's growing demand for public transportation. Telco, seeing an opportunity, leveraged what it knew the best. To knock on the doors of their old-time partners in Germany, Mercedes-Benz. Telco engineers went to Europe, knocked on the garage of Mercedes-Benz, searching for discarded models that could meet their needs. they discovered the Mercedes-Benz T2 platform, which was ideal for a light commercial vehicle. Telco engineers found out that the dice that they actually needed were with an Austro-Hungarian automobile company called Steyr. It was a joint venture with Mercedes-Benz. Steyr Daimler's 591 series was actually derived from the Mercedes-Benz T2 platform. Telco engineers bought in all the toolings from Steyr. But the heart of an automobile is its engine. Tata's had a unique approach to engine development, a story so intriguing that it deserves its own video, which you can find in this playlist. In 1986, Telco did not have any small engines that would fit into a light commercial vehicle. All they had in their hands was a Cummins 6-cylinder engine. It was the engine making duty in all Tata trucks, and Telco had bought the rights to manufacture and sell it. Now the Telco engineers sat across the table. They took the 6-cylinder Cummins engine and chopped 2 cylinders off it. This gave birth to the iconic 3-litre 4-cylinder engine. After chopping off 2 cylinders and testing it, they got around 75 bhp of power and more than 250 nanometers of torque. And voila, a new engine was born. This engine later powered not only smaller pickup trucks and passenger vehicles, but something you may not even imagine. That is earth movers. Even today, Tata Hitachi EX series models use this Telco re-engineered engine made for the iconic 407. However, this is just the beginning of the story. The competition, especially from Japanese LCVs, was fierce. These vehicles boasted superior technology, with dashboards and switches far ahead of what was available in India at the time. The dash and the switches were far better than the Ambassadors and Padmanis available in India at that time. Even the reliability of the Japanese commercial vehicles were way better than Ambassador, Padmini, or even Mahindras of that era. Even the paint quality Japanese LCVs of the 1970s and 80s were better than Indian cars of those times. But the Tatas did not beat the competition with a better quality. This is where the catch is. They used a different trick. Because, to match with the quality, Tatas had to invest more in the tooling. They could not just buy tooling from a loss-making subsidiary of Daimler. But here they had already done the latter. And here what came to Tata's rescue was their vast dealer network. It became its most significant advantage. While competitors like DCM Toyota rarely broke down, servicing them was a hassle, requiring a trip to another town or city. This meant a loss of earnings for the owner, and often, the driver was also the owner who fed his family by driving Tata 407 between the cities. Tatas of course needed more care than the Japanese LCVs, but it ensured that even if a vehicle broke down mid-journey, it was not hard to find a Tata mechanic. In many cases, the Tata mechanic could be inside the 407 van as a passenger. Tata spares were also readily available in all major towns and across major highway junctions. Another key advantage was the payload capacity. While Japanese vehicles were designed to carry exactly what they stated, Tata 407s, though officially rated for 2.2 to 4 tons, were commonly seen hauling over 8 tons. And this is something that the Japanese could not compete with. If the owner wanted to haul heavy duty, all he needed to do was to give a couple more leaf springs to his suspension system, and voila, the 4-ton machine is now upgraded to an 8-tonner. As the 407 was a body-on-frame setup, it came out with different avatars. It came in the form of tippers, delivery vans, chilled cargo movers, passenger carrier vans, ambulances, food trucks, and many more. Know that the Tatas gave that many options. Apart from one load carrier version, they just sold the rest as bare chassis. And it was for the buyer to go out and get a coach built as per his requirements. Over 25 years, Tata sold more than 500,000 units of the 407. The model continues to be popular, with sales figures crossing 12 lakh copies. Moreover, the 407 served as a stepping stone for Telco to venture into passenger cars. Although the initial designs and some machinery were sourced from Mercedes-Benz, Telco engineers infused their deep understanding of the Indian market into manufacturing trucks. This made the Tata 407 a completely Indian product, from research and development to manufacturing and marketing.